Late breaking. You're watching KMAC. This is KMAC Red Raider Nation's Countdown to Kickoff. Sponsored by Covenant Medical Group Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Not quite basketball time, but a sight you have to see if you ever make it up to Lawrence Fog Allen Fieldhouse. Chris Beard's Red Raiders make a trip there on Saturday, February 1st. Back here on Countdown to Kickoff, Kansas fans usually ready for basketball to tip off right about now, but maybe some renewed optimism for football after last week's near win in Austin. For more on the Jayhawks, here's Mitchell Summers with a breakdown.
This is Red Raider Nation's The Breakdown.
How's it going? I'm Mitchell Summers with WIBW in Topeka, Kansas, and we're giving you an in-depth look at the Kansas Jayhawks. And when you're looking at KU, it's really hard to discern which team will come to play. Will it be the high-flying scoring attack, or will the team struggle to put together any rhythm? We've seen both extremes. However, the biggest difference is, of course, the new man in control of the offense. In Brent Dearman's first game calling the shots for KU, the Jayhawks put up 48 points against Texas. Carter Stanley looked confident en route to 4 passing touchdowns. Puka Williams had his best game this year with almost 200 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. Admittedly, it was against a rather suspect Texas defense, but still a great look nonetheless. This is the part that I think gets consistently underlooked with Kansas. There's a lot of talent on offense. Andrew Parchman at receiver has had 3 100-yard receiving games. Stephon Robinson, also a receiver, has had back-to-back 2 touchdown games. And, of course, Puka Williams is one of the top running backs in the Big 12. So the Dearman experience had a great start. Whether or not it's here to stay is what remains to be seen. Again, I'm Mitchell Summers with WIBW Sports.
Yeah, well, Kansas seeing a surge on offense last week. The Red Raiders still trying to get on track under new offensive coordinator David Yost. Tech averaging just 17 points in regulation in road games this year, and it certainly isn't because of a lack of help from the defense. Eric Kelly rejoins us now with more.
Now, David, when the new coaching staff came to Lubbock earlier this year, there were 2 kind of things you thought you were getting, one on each side of the ball with the new offensive and defensive coordinator. On the defensive side of the ball, Keith Patterson, uber aggressive, lots of turnovers. And on the offensive side, offensive guru David Yost, quarterback whisperer, a lot of points. So you've got it in kind of one side of the ball with kind of the other side lagging behind. Patterson has done what he said. It was a little slow to start, but now forcing turnovers as expected. 13 forced by this Red Raider defense. That's tied for 22nd nationally. The issue, though, is taking those turnovers and turning them into points. Just 26 points off those 13 turnovers. I'm bad at math, but even I can tell you, 1, that's only 2 points per turnover, and 2, that's not really good. A stat that for the wrong reasons jumps off the page for you, and gonna need to improve if the Red Raiders want to have more success.
I'm not sure I know exactly what that answer is. You know, you always want to ride a little bit of momentum. Football can be an emotional game, and riding momentum, and certainly you hope to play off that momentum. And, you know, I think we just had one turnover. Certainly at that point in the game, we certainly needed that to turn that into 7 points.
Now this week it'll be interesting to see how many chances the offense gets to capitalize off turnovers. Kansas only 8 turnovers all year. That's good for 30th nationally. So some contrasting styles. A defense that forces a lot of turnovers versus an offense that doesn't turn the ball over a lot. We'll see which one wins out here today. David?
All right, thank you very much, Eric. Now time for Eric's favorite game, my favorite game. I don't know if it's Ryan Hyatt's favorite game, but he's in studio and he's playing board games
This
today.
is America's favorite game. It's catch it on, and rarely, if ever, does anybody get hurt.
There you go. Well, I can't promise that today, though. All right,
Stick
first
with us.
things up. Kansas with their newfangled offense looked pretty impressive against Texas. Maybe a Texas defense that looks like Oklahoma's defense from a year ago, but that's a story for a different day. I need a word or a phrase to describe Kansas's new offense.
This is easy.
This is easy. Okay.
Yeah, not easy to spell. There you go. It is, quite frankly, non-Miles-ish.
There you go. Yeah.
That's what has happened here. He has done something that many coaches refuse to do, and he has gone away from what he normally does, embraces the spread, and it nearly paid dividends for him.
Yeah, and it might pay dividends later today. You went with an ish, so I added an ish. Effective-ish.
Effective.
I was going to say Malzahnian because he's kind of part of the Gus Malzahn tree. At least he was an offensive analyst there at Auburn with Gus for a couple of years ago. Did you know that Kansas scored 48 points in that game? The last time they scored 48 points in a conference game was 2008 when they were actually good.
I thought you were going to say in a half there at Allen Fieldhouse.
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
Last spring.
The offense, not the only exciting offense at Allen Fieldhouse. It might actually be. Hopefully not today. We don't want to see that. All right. So since one was doing good things, let's go to the other side of the coin. A phrase or a word to describe Texas Tech's offense right now.
Okay, we can do that.
We've had the air raid, the air raid, all that stuff.
This is easy to do again.
Okay, go ahead and show it once you got it, because I'm all right. Show
Ladies
it
and gentlemen, it is a work in progress.
There we go. Yeah.
This is a to be determined offense because of injuries, because of the transition. I think right now Yost and Wells, they're just trying to figure out what they can hang their hat on really almost week to week while keeping Jet Duffy upright and uninjured.
Yeah, and that's a fair way to put it. Mine's, I don't want to say mean-spirited, but it's coming off of what happened last week. And thankfully, you are not playing against Matt Campbell's defense this year.
Yes.
But Air Spade, yeah, the offense didn't have much going on there. They weren't producing, we'll just put it that way.
They just couldn't attack downfield. Whether by choice or whether it was taken away, there was no downfield attacking. They'll be able to attack downfield more against Kansas.
Let's remember, Kansas did give up 50 points to Texas last week there in Austin. All right, now headline. What's going to be the headline in the AJ tomorrow for this game? Probably going to get booed off the stage here.
Doesn't make any sense. I give up.
Wow.
I don't know what they're going to do.
All right.
Rock Chalk Tech wins.
Rock Chalk Tech wins.
That doesn't make any sense.
What? This doesn't.
No, mine doesn't make any sense.
No, yours doesn't make any sense.
I wanted to work in Rock Chalk and I can't figure out how.
Les Mis. That's what I'm going to go.
Les Miserables.
Actually, it could be less, but you know what I'm saying.
So is less miserable than last week?
That's leave it to your imagination. They could put this headline in right now, and it works either way. It could have been a miserable day for Texas Tech, or it could have been miserable for Les.
Hold on, I want another one.
Okay.
All right.
If you're doing, I won that one, by the way.
All right, here you go. Here you go, Carlos.
There you go.
Tech rocks Hawks.
All right. Since I gave you the very nondescript one, and you really wanted this to be a topic today, and we didn't get to it, with next week, if Kansas has a great Spooka.
Things that rhyme with Puka.
There we go. We got it in. All right, Rhino, we appreciate it. We'll check back in with you with the final call in a minute. Yeah, it's Spooka because of Halloween next week. All right, here's a look at the action today on KMAC. The triple header starting right after our show with 5th-ranked Oklahoma and Kansas State. After that, we have a Big Ten battle in East Lansing, Michigan State hosting 6th-ranked Penn State. And in primetime, number 8 Notre Dame visits the Big House and Jim Harbaugh's 16th-ranked Wolverines. All right, stick with us. More to come here on Countdown to Kickoff. When we return, it's time to talk injuries with our Covenant pregame report, and later, what to watch for in the game between these two teams. You're watching Countdown to Kickoff on KMAC.